Hello students, welcome back to our series. In last lecture we have completed introductory part. Now we will start our new section which is aerobic respiration. So already we have seen about the aerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? The respiration in which oxygen is present. Right? तो aerobic respiration क्या है? The process in which glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, water and energy. Aerobic respiration में क्या होता है? जो glucose molecule है, one glucose molecule will completely broken down into how many molecules of ATP? 38 molecules of ATP. That is nothing but the aerobic respiration. तो आज हम देखेंगे इन डिटेल अबाउट द एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. इसके ऊपर भी एग्जाम में बहुत बार क्वेश्चंस आए. राइट डिफरेंसेस, राइट अ नोट. सो फर्स्ट, व्हाट इज सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में हमें मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन होता है. सो इट प्रोवाइड्स इफिशिएंट एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन विच इज अबाउट 38 ATPs. अगेन इट मेंटेन्स बॉडी टेम्परेचर थ्रू रिलीज हीट. सो क्या होता है, जब एनर्जी फॉर्म होती है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर, आवर बॉडी टेम्परेचर कैन बी मेंटेन. एंड obviously energy production is essential for the muscles activity, brain function and cell survival. So this is the significance of the aerobic respiration. तो aerobic respiration के अंदर टोटल 3 स्टेप्स होते हैं. हम पढ़ेंगे about the glycolysis, Krebs cycle and electron transfer chain. So for complete breakdown or for complete oxidation of one glucose molecule, there should be the 3 steps occurs in our body. So let's start first, which is a glycolysis. Glycolysis, this reaction, this process is discovered by 3 scientists named as Emden, Meyerhof and Jacob. That's why the glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway on the honor of their names. So Emden, Meyerhof, Jacob, ये 3 साइंटिस्ट थे जिन्होंने ये ग्लाइकोलाइसिस की प्रोसेस डिस्कवर की इन मसल्स ऑफ ह्यूमंस, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज EMP pathway. So what is exactly the glycolysis? See, glyco means glucose, lysis means breakdown. So it is the process in which glucose is broken down into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. That is nothing but the glycolysis. See, जो ग्लूकोज है, ग्लूकोज कितने कार्बन से बना है? इट मेड अप फ्रॉम द 6 कार्बन. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल दीज आर द 6 कार्बन्स ऑफ द ग्लूकोज. नाउ ये जो ग्लूकोज है, देर इज द ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ द ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल. सो बिटवीन 3rd and 4th carbon that bond will break, and after the breakage of this bond there is the formation of 2 molecules of pyruvic acid which is made up from how many carbons? 3 carbons. So that's why it is a 2 molecules. So what happens here? Glucose molecule which is having how many carbon? 6 carbon will broken down into the 3 carbon containing pyruvic acid. So how many molecules of pyruvic acid will form? 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. With the pyruvic acid there is the formation of NADH2, ATP and water. So ATP क्या है? It is a form of energy. NADH2, इस लेसन में हमें 2 एंजाइम्स में हम देखेंगे which are the NADH2 and FADH2. So NAD and FAD, these are the coenzymes. NAD means nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and FADH means what? Flavin adenine dinucleotide. These are the coenzymes which involved in the process. यहाँ पे जितने भी reactions है, ये enzymes यहाँ पे होंगे, coenzymes है. इनका काम क्या है? इलेक्ट्रॉन को कैरी करना. At last of this process, these enzymes will convert into the energy. Okay, so ग्लाइकोलाइसिस में क्या हो रहा है? द प्रोसेस ऑफ ब्रोकिंग डाउन ऑफ ग्लूकोज इंटू 2 molecules ऑफ पायरुवेट, 2 molecules ऑफ NADH2, 2 molecules ऑफ ATP एंड वाटर इज नथिंग बट द ग्लाइकोलाइसिस. अब ये जो ग्लाइकोलाइसिस की प्रोसेस है, इट ऑकर्स इनसाइड द साइटोप्लाज्म ऑफ द सेल. सो जो सेल है, सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म के अंदर ग्लाइकोलाइसिस होगा. it does not require oxygen. In this process there is a no involvement of oxygen, so it is a common pathway in both aerobic respiration as well as anaerobic respiration. Because aerobic respiration मतलब क्या, जहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन की इन्वॉल्वमेंट है. अनाएरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में ऑक्सीजन नहीं होगा, बट ये जो स्टेप है ग्लाइकोलाइसिस, इन दिस स्टेप देर इज द नो रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. दिस स्टेप ऑकर्स विदाउट ऑक्सीजन, दैट्स वाई इट इज अ कॉमन स्टेप बिटवीन एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन एंड अनएरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. सो व्हाट इज द गेन? फर्स्ट स्टेप में क्या हुआ? ग्लूकोज कन्वर्ट हुआ, 2 मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ पायरूवेट, 2 molecules of NADH, 2 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of water. That is nothing but the glycolysis. अब ये जो glycolysis है ये कहाँ पे present है? It is present inside the cell. It is present inside the cytoplasm of the cell. So now that pyruvate, after the process of glycolysis, there is the intermediate step. In that step, pyruvate will convert into one molecule which is a acetyl coenzyme A. So what happens here? After the process of glycolysis, pyruvate will convert into the 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. This is the intermediate step. In that process, there is the formation of acetyl coenzyme A. There is the formation of NADH2. There is the formation of CO2 and water. So, see, glycolysis occurs inside the cytoplasm. Now, consider this is a cell. Cell के अंदर, here, this is a cytoplasm. So, the reaction occurs inside the cytoplasm. पायरुवेट मॉलिक्यूल यहाँ पे फॉर्म हुआ. अब ये जो पायरुवेट मॉलिक्यूल है, जो हमारी नेक्स्ट स्टेप है, विच इज अ क्रेब्स साइकिल, दैट ऑकर्स इनसाइड द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. But before entering into the mitochondria, that pyruvate should be converted into the acetyl coenzyme A, because mitochondria does not allow pyruvic acid to enter directly. That's why first pyruvic acid should convert into the acetyl coenzyme A, and after that acetyl coenzyme A will enter inside the mitochondria for our next step. So intermediate step, why it is necessary? For pyruvic acid should convert into the acetyl coenzyme A into the 2 molecules, NADH2, CO2 and water. So now next is, now acetyl coenzyme A will enters into the second stage, which is a Krebs cycle. Why name is given as a Krebs cycle? Because that cycle was discovered by one scientist whose name was Sir Hans Krebs. He is a German born scientist, and on the honor of this scientist, the cycle is named as Krebs cycle. This Krebs cycle is also known as citric acid cycle or TCA cycle. Why? As acetyl coenzyme A enters into the mitochondria, that acetyl coenzyme A will enter in one cyclic process. जैसे acetyl coenzyme A माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में एंटर होता है, वहाँ पे साइक्लिक प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होती है. सो एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम ए फर्स्ट कन्वर्ट इनटू वन मॉलिक्यूल नोन एज citric acid. That's why the name is given as citric acid cycle, and that citric acid is also known as tricarboxylic acid because it is made from the 3 carboxylic group. So Krebs cycle have, or this cycle have about 2 another name. One is सिट्रिक एसिड साइकिल, अनदर वन इज TCA साइकिल. इसके ऊपर एग्जाम में गिव रीजन में क्वेश्चन आता है. क्रेब्स साइकिल इज ऑल्सो नोन एज TCA साइकिल. सो व्हाट इज द रीजन? बिकॉज acetyl coenzyme A, when enter inside the mitochondria, it enters in one cyclic process, and that acetyl coenzyme A will get convert into one stable product, and what is the name of that product is tricarboxylic acid. That's why the name is given as TCA cycle. Okay, so Krebs cycle कौन से सेल ऑर्गेनिले में हो रही है? It occurs inside the mitochondria. This is very very important. This can be asked for the 1 marks in fill in the blanks. So at last, what is the gain of this reaction? When acetyl coenzyme A enters into the cyclic process, there is the formation of some byproduct. Which byproduct? There is the formation of ATP, there is the formation of NADH2, FADH2, water and CO2. So NADH2 and FADH2, what are these? These are the coenzymes. One is nicotinamide dinucleotide, another one is flavin adenine dinucleotide. So you can see here, pyruvate enter inside the mitochondria. It will get converted into the acetyl coenzyme A. So now acetyl coenzyme A will enter into the Krebs cycle. So what happens? Acetyl coenzyme A first convert into the tricarboxylic acid and cyclic reaction proceeds. As a result, there is the formation of some byproduct, which are the NADH2 and FADH2. With that, there is the formation of CO2. So these are the byproduct. So after that Krebs cycle, जब हम next step देखेंगे, you can see there how NADH2 and FADH2 get converted into the ATPs. So what is the significance of Krebs cycle? There is the formation of energy rich compound, which are the NADH2 and FADH2. So this diagram can be asked in the exam. You can see this is a mitochondria. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane, and this is known as cristae. And middle part of that mitochondria is known as stroma or matrix. So inside the stroma or inside the matrix, there is a reaction carried out, which reaction known as Krebs cycle. Okay, clear? Next, now electron transfer chain. So in above reactions, we got some ATP molecules, we got some NADH molecules, we got some FADH2 molecules. Now in electron transfer chain, there is the transfer of electrons. See, I already told you NADH and FADH2, these are the energy rich molecules. So what will they do? They will transfer the electrons to form a ATPs. For the formation of ATPs, this NADH and FADH2 will transfer the electrons, and that's why name is given as electron chain reaction. In this electron chain transfer reaction, there is the involvement of oxygen. So electron transport chain is also known as ETC. It is the last step of aerobic respiration. जो aerobic respiration है उसका last step होगा ETC. It occurs in inner membrane of mitochondria. So this is the inner membrane of the mitochondria, and here there is the electron transfer chain. It converts energy stored in NADH and FADH2 into the ATP. So glycolysis and Krebs cycle में जो हमें ये molecules मिले, coenzymes मिले, इनको ATP में convert किया जाता है. How? If one NADH2 is there, from one molecule of NADH2, there is the formation of 3 ATP, and from 2 molecules of FADH2, there is the formation of 2 ATP. If you calculate all the NADH and FADH2 molecules, from that at a final we will get 38 ATPs. Hence the proof, from one glucose molecule there is the formation of how many ATPs? 38 ATPs. Okay, so now question arise, does our body utilize only glucose molecule as energy source? हमारी बॉडी सिर्फ ग्लूकोज को यूटिलाइज करेगी क्या? हम तो प्रोटीन्स भी कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, हम तो लिपिड भी कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, तो फिर ग्लूकोज ही यूटिलाइज करेगी क्या? सो आंसर इज नो. आवर बॉडी नॉट ओनली यूटिलाइज द ग्लूकोज. येस, ग्लूकोज इट इज अ प्राइमरी सोर्स. मोस्ट प्रेफरेबली ग्लूकोज इज यूटिलाइज्ड एज अ एनर्जी सोर्स, बट इन सर्टेन कंडीशन, अगर फास्टिंग की कंडीशन है तो क्या होता है, जो हमारे बॉडी के अंदर लिपिड्स एंड प्रोटीन्स है उनको भी यूटिलाइज किया जाता है फॉर द एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन. कैसे? तो लिपिड्स फर्स्ट दे डाइजेस्टेड इनटू द फैटी एसिड, लाइक दैट प्रोटीन्स विल आल्सो कन्वर्टेड इनटू द अमीनो एसिड. नाउ दिस फैटी एसिड directly enters into the intermediate step, which is the acetyl coenzyme A. Like that, this amino acid will directly convert into the acetyl coenzyme A. There is the no process of glycolysis. Like carbohydrates, जो ग्लूकोज है, ग्लूकोज में क्या होगा? सबसे पहले देयर इज द ग्लाइकोलाइसिस प्रोसेस. ग्लाइकोलाइसिस में क्या फॉर्म होता है? पायरुविक एसिड. दैट पायरुविक एसिड फर्दर गेट कन्वर्ट इनटू acetyl coenzyme A, and at the end acetyl coenzyme A will enters into the Krebs cycle, and finally there is the formation of energy. But इन केस ऑफ लिपिड एंड प्रोटीन्स, इन एडवर्स कंडीशन, जब फास्टिंग कंडीशन होती है, एट दैट टाइम दैट लिपिड will directly convert into the acetyl coenzyme A and proteins also directly convert into the acetyl coenzyme A, and after that there is the formation of energy. So this flow chart is very important because it can be asked for 5 marks about the complete oxidation. Question can be asked, write complete oxidation process of molecules in case of aerobic respiration. So this is the answer. आई होप आपको क्लियर आइडिया आ गई होगी व्हाट इज द एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. हमने क्या क्या देखा कि एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में कितने स्टेप्स है, टोटल 3, ग्लाइकोलाइसिस, क्रेब्स साइकिल एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर चेन. आफ्टर दैट ग्लाइकोलाइसिस क्या है? इट इज द प्रोसेस इन विच ग्लूकोज इज ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू 2 मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ पायरुवेट. नाउ यहाँ पे जो पायरुवेट फॉर्म हुआ है वो कहाँ पे एंटर होगा? इट विल एंटर इनटू द इंटरमीडिएट स्टेप वेयर this will be get converted into the 2 molecule of acetyl coenzyme A. Now that acetyl coenzyme A will enter into the Krebs cycle, which is also known as TCA cycle, and that inside the Krebs cycle there is the formation of some byproduct which is NADH, FADH and CO2, and after that that Krebs cycle takes place inside the matrix of mitochondria. At the end this byproduct will convert into the energy in the step of electron transfer chain reaction which occurs inside the inner membrane of mitochondria, and at the end we will get how many ATPs? 38 ATPs. So I hope आपको आज का ये सेशन अच्छा लगा होगा. If you have any doubt you can ask in comment section. There is one question, which is a common step between glycolysis and Krebs cycle? You have to give this answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.